Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Operation Hats. It is Germany turn 16, July 1943. It is the first turn of this turn, and it's the last turn we get before we start rolling for the end turn dice. So there's 2 turns guaranteed left in the game, and we are definitely approaching the final end stages. As a quick overview of what's going on before I dive into this turn, the points stand as follows. The Axis are at 9, with Berlin, Tokyo, Rome, and then Paris and Nanking. Germany has scored Spanish Civil War and Festing Europa, and Japan has access to resources in Asia for Asians. The Allies are stuck at just 4, with London, Calcutta, Sydney, and 1 point Triumph of Capitalism, which I think they have. It changes every turn. The Soviets, meanwhile, are down to 3, with Moscow, Stalingrad, and Propaganda War. Do note, this might change very quickly in this next few turns. Both the US and Soviets are very close to technological supremacy. The Soviets are very close to Winter War. The US, maybe African colonialism, we'll see. So these point totals might start going up, and ours might start going down. We'll see. It really does depend on what the Allies manage this turn. One quick correction before we jump into the German turn. When MP7 attacked this airbase, he put 5 damage on it. The maximum for an airbase is actually only 3. So we'll leave those 3 damage there. So ultimately, moral of the story, don't attack airbases with strategic rockets. You're not going to get your money worth. Unfortunately, that moral's a little bit late. There is no strategic rockets left in the Mediterranean to attack with. Moving on to over here, we're going to grab all these dice to do tech rolls. We're doing improved logistics, airborne doctrine, improved factories, and radar. Ignore the big yellow dice. That's for the Spanish recruitment roll, which is also this marker. All right, coming over here. Missed improved logistics. Darn. 6 on airborne doctrine, 6 on improved factories, and a 7 on radar. I think that's a miss on everything. Because, oh no, radar's a 7. So that is a success on radar, and that is it. Oh well. So much for that. While we're here, I'm going to go ahead and roll the Spanish nationalist recruitment roll, because otherwise I'm going to forget to at the end of the turn. And so let's put it here. I think I actually forgot your last turn. Oh well, you go back and look at that. I think it's CC's in a 6. That is a 6. So we're going to quickly go over here. And the nationalists have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 territories. We'll just stick their infantry down and Leon Castile, or Galician Leon, I think it is now. It used to be Leon Castile. There we go. Back over here, we've rolled. This is what income's looking like, but it's not quite accurate because it doesn't have bonuses. So buys. Germany still is collecting quite a bit of cash at the moment. So we had 88 to spend. So we're going to buy a lot of infantry. 4 infantry, 8 infantry, 13 infantry, 1 airborne, 3 advanced mechanized, 2 panzer grenadiers, 3 militia, 1 militia upgrade, 1 Lend-Lease AA to the Italians, 1 AA for ourselves, and 1 fast-built fort. And then these are for my victory objectives that I'll place in the turn. That's a total of 88. No ships today. Moving back over here, we've got a few attacks going on. So, save the best one for last. First, we've just got a convoy raid here in the Atlantic. I don't think we're going to move the sub. It's happy where he is. We're going to take this seaplane from Aquitaine, and because we have long-range aircraft and a seaplane base, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and hit this British sub who is raiding the Italians, and we'll teach them what we think of that. I don't think he can't scramble. Should have put your fighter there. And that's that. Over here, this cavalry is going to have some use as an offensive unit. Go 1 to Eastern Poland, 2 to Western Ukraine. And all these planes, fighter, tactical, fighter, this fighter, they're all going to come in here and we're just going to beat up this poor militia. Hopefully it doesn't get a hit again. Alright. Over here, this fighter is going to go on map and hit this submarine. And alright, we'll go to the big one. So, we're going to send 1 submarine and a medium bomber and a fighter out to this sea zone to engage this torpedo destroyer as a screening force. And then the rest of the German Navy is going to come 1, 2, and amphibiously assault Portugal. That import marker is not very useful here. And we're going to amphibious assault Portugal with 6 units, 1 light armor, 1 marine, and 4 infantry. And they will drop off in Portugal and hopefully take that. So that's that. That's moved. I believe that is all of my marked combat moves. Alright, so on to dice. Alright, got a big pile right here. Then we'll bring out here and we'll do the Portugal battle first. So first we got a submarine, a medium bomber, and a fighter against that British torpedo destroyer. So sub, medium bomber, fighter, and red. Sub got a hit, and that would be first strike, so the torpedo destroyer doesn't even get to shoot back. Well, that was easier than I expected. Alright, moving on, down here, we have 3 battleships who will be bombarding. So we'll go with those first. And then 2 heavy cruisers. And we'll see if we get any hits. That'll be a 4 and a 2. 5, 9, 8. Sad, no hits. Alright. So we then bring in 5 infantry class units at 2. 1 hit. That's that militia. Militia fires back. Miss. Alright. Portugal is liberated from the British and restored to... Oh, that's an anti-aircraft gun. German control. Perhaps we should see if the Spanish want to take occupation of the territory. They can probably find more use for it than we can. So these guys are just going to stay here. Need to find some D6s. I think we got rid of them all. Alright. Alright, 1d6. 2d6. This will be the Americans in brown and the Germans in red. Germans have a +2. So that is 2 damage. Which we will go steal from the airbase over here. And we will apply that to this line. And go take that off the American income so we don't forget. We're happy to just be a nice little thorn on the side. And, oh, Japan's still $1 short. I'm looking to see when Japan's going to pass the US in income. We're almost there. Almost there. Alright. So that's that side taken care of. Now we move over here. And we have 1 seaplane attacking a submarine at 3. Ooh, almost, but that's 6. No die. The submarine survives. And then, finally, coming back over here, we've got this little punitive attack into Western Ukraine. So we have 3 fighters and a tactical first. That looks like a quite dead militia. Militia fires back. Oh, come on. Oh, there's a cavalry. Seems like punitive attacks are not going my way recently. But I believe... Oh, I shouldn't have deleted those dice. We've got... no, there's no dice on this side of the table. I thought there was some over here somewhere. Strange. Alright. We've got another submarine attack over here. Fighter at 6. Hit. And that's 1 dead Soviet submarine. Okay, that's all the attacks. We can now move on to non-combat moves. These planes will all just fly back to eastern Poland, and we'll get tossed in the pile that is about to result. These 3 infantry will move into Eastern Poland. And we'll slot them in right there. And then these 2 from Warsaw will also move into Eastern Poland. And then these 5 from up here will also move into Eastern Poland. Okay, come on. And I'll go clean that up again. I'm just gonna keep making this card bigger. Over here, this fighter is gonna go land in Königsberg. Königsberg? Nah, just back in West Germany. This transport plane from Normandy is gonna pick up this infantry and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and land in Western Germany. Drop him off. Come on, stay upright. Over here, we're gonna rail an infantry and an AA from Paris, a blue division from Berlin. It's not sure how to pick up things all at once, and a DAC infantry from Western Germany to Königsberg to reinforce that position. Oh, come on. And we'll see if anyone wants to try their luck on that. Actually, this fighter will land here. Yeah. That lands there. This coastal defense ship will go into port in Normandy instead of West Germany. Yes. 3 of these infantry will move to Normandy as well, leaving a marine infantry and a militia here. This medium bomber went 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and this fighter will land in Normandy. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's all of that. Actually, this infantry is going to move to Picardy. Over here, these 2 infantry from Rome are going to move to northern Italy. And this infantry from Lazio is going to move to Rome. The seaplane is going to go back 1. That's an interesting question. Where do I go from here? Got a range of 3. Then go back to Aquitaine. Can't get to Italy. Sorry, not Italy. Can't get to Egypt because there's a bunch of fighters in the way. Yeah, 4. Yeah, I like Aquitaine. Those guys are all good. Alright, so this side's cleaned up. Over here, we're going to move this clump of 5 infantry to Dunalaska. Actually, we'll move 3 of them to Dunalaska and 2 of them to West Poland. Eight. 8 at 2 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 6. Plus planes, plus anti-aircraft fighter. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Those were on the non-combat moves. Alright, over here, this infantry from, we're going to call it the Turkish Aegean coast, is going to move to Istanbul. This fighter from Central Romania is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and land in Egypt. And this German battlecruiser is going to go in port in Egypt. This German submarine is going to go using the submarine base here at 1, 2, 3, 4. This airborne is going to move 1 to Transjordan. These 3 units from southern Iran are going to move to southern Iraq. These are all going to sit here because there's nothing for them to do. I mean, like, we could snipe South Africa, but that's boring. Yeah, these will all sit here. I think I've got almost everything. Alright, those moved, those moved. That looks solid. These look solid. That looks scary. This is empty. Alright, yeah, I think that's everything. We're going to go ahead and move on to place units. It's been a quick turn so far. Delete the extra anti-aircraft gun. We'll take these all and drag them over to Germany. Alright. Let's get these militia out. That's a upgrade. Alright. First things first, the single infantry. 1 in Paris. 1 in Romania. 1 in Warsaw. 1 in Bohemia. And an anti-aircraft gun in Istanbul. Then, over here, 1 blue division in Berlin. Another coastal gun in Picardy, because who can have enough coastal guns in Picardy? I don't think the British have any Marines. Nope, just a lot of militia. You do realize that those can't leave your island, right? Over here, we're going to take one of these militia and put it in Helsinki. We're going to take this militia and go stick it down in northern Iraq. And we're going to take these 2 militia. Well, militia and militia upgrade. And we're going to go upgrade one of the militia in Istanbul, and so we get net of 1 more infantry here. That I think is bouncing on top of the major shipyard. Yes. Minor shipyard, not a major. Alright, over here, we're going to take 5 infantry. We're going to put them in eastern Germany. We're going to build 4 infantry and an airborne in western Germany. Alright, then we're going to take the mechanized units, and we're going to build them in, I like Bavaria. Berlin's nice too, though. Yeah, Bavaria. And then where to go? All right, we've got one Italian anti-aircraft gun, which will just be Lindley straight down to northern Italy. Syria has shown us what happens when the Americans decide to land without. You having an anti-aircraft gun there? So, anti-aircraft guns for everyone. And then this fortification is going to continue to strengthen eastern Poland by blocking off the border with Bessarabia. You can keep walking, Soviets. We can just keep building forts. Perhaps I should have started on one for the Romanian border, since that seems to be the way the wind's blowing. Alright. There is that. And I believe that is everything. And no, I'm not going to forget to collect income again. Where were we? So, Germany went up one. And the UK went down one. And then, yes. And then over here, still control 2 of these. Still control Sweden, Norway. We do not have Romania anymore, which unfortunately loses us our 3 IPP. Sad. But so we have 63 plus 5, 9 gets us to... Wait, what's 63 plus 9? I should know this. 72. Fortunately, we're going down a bit in income. We did also just get an $8 refund, which kind of threw out the calculations for turn. But that is that. So from 69 to 72. And we'll save that in the bank for next turn. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, I think I've done everything. Spanish recruitment rolled. Place the Europe. Place those two. Place units. Collected income. I think that's everything. Germany's got a lot more just little things to keep track of than Japan does, and so having not played it since the start of the game, sometimes you feel like you're forgetting something. Oh, and so yeah, I guess that's it. Pretty quick turn, just around 20 minutes today. So that will be all. I'll go erase these lines and see if I missed anything off camera. Thank you all for watching, and hope you all have a good evening, and we'll turn this over to 5-Star General, and we'll see how his inevitable march continues westward from the Soviet Union. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.